Alright, what's up guys? It's Samurai here today, and for this video I wanted to talk about a game that, well, I stopped playing it this year because, well, to be honest, dude, nothing has evolved with this game at all. And I remember I bought this game, I think, for like $5, $6 ish. And, well, I will say this, the game was fun when I played around last year or 2 years ago, but dude, this game has like a bunch of major issues that the company just refuses to, like, or whoever is in charge of making the games, all right, dude, they refuse to do anything about it. I might maybe record this in the future though, like me playing this specific game, but as of right now, probably not. And the game I wanted to talk about was Dragon Ball The Breakers. Okay, because we all like Dragon Ball games, right? There's a bunch of Dragon Ball fighting games. There's also, I think, there's some like sports Dragon Ball games, so sort of like that. So let's go and dive into Dragon Ball The Breakers. Okay, so the point of Dragon Ball The Breakers is that it is meant to be like a hide and go seek game. You you could actually have the option of being the boss, or you could be the hider. But the only problem with the game is that one of the problems, okay, is this part. If you want to be like the seeker, you have to join a specific game mode and hope that you actually become the seeker. Because there are some times where you will never become the seeker, or it take you like 5 to 6 tries. It'll never work. So yeah, but this game has more issues than just like the problem with it is way more deeper than just that. Okay, so I want to talk about this part is because I didn't play the game till like a year or two ago, and when it first released, I specifically couldn't. Well, I couldn't play it because I didn't have a PC, so I didn't actually see some of the issues that the game had. So, one of the couple of issues that the game had when it first released was its what is it, matchmaking system. Because I remember, I think back in like what 2022, I believe is when this game first released. All right, um, no, I remember. Okay, because I followed the Instagram. No, not Instagram. My bad. Their Twitter. I followed their Twitter page, and then every time they posted something to their Twitter page, I'll look at the comments, and the number one issue with this game specifically was the matchmaking system. The matchmaking system was excruciatingly horrible because I've seen pictures and people have talked about it, commenting under the Dragon Ball The Breakers Twitter page, where they were in lobbies for like 30 minutes to possibly an hour. I think I saw one where that was like 10 hours. I might be exaggerating, but yeah, the matchmaking system for this game was god awful. Oh my fucking god. That was the very beginning part of what I think is what led the game to being so bad. Okay, that's like the very tip of the iceberg, and then we haven't even gone down all the way to the center of the core. Now, um, what I probably will be talking about is mostly like the bad stuff in this game, because to be honest, it's really difficult for me to say if there's any good stuff about the game though, because, well, because if I did have to say something good about the game, there probably was just one to two things that I myself liked about the game, which was how the game was presented to us. It was presented as like a hide and go seek game, because of, well, like with Dragon Ball. So a game that is like hide and go seek, all right. To me, it seems like an interesting idea. You get to have five hiders. They have to go around the map and escape from the seekers, or what they call the raiders. I forgot what they called the hiders though, but I know there's a name for it specifically. So, all right, and I probably should have delve more into like what the game specifically is, instead of just saying hide and seek. So in the game, I'm just gonna call them hide and seekers. I forgot the main title game, or the main title of each team. So in the game, the hiders, your objective is to, not be seen by the seekers. By opening these crates, they have specific items that could help you. There's some items that'll heal your shield, or there are some grappling items that will send you from one place to another. You could also get some capsules that have items in it, like I don't know, like an RPG. I know that's one of them, and maybe some sensu beans here and there. And then for the seekers, your objective is to pretty much find the hiders. As the seekers, you have different type of abilities that could help you find the hiders. Like I know one of them, because I play on PC, is that as the seeker, you have an ability where you can destroy a portion of the map, because the map has like A, B, C, D, and E. And as the seekers, you could destroy a specific portion of it. Sometimes you can destroy two portions of it, depending on who you're playing with. And the seekers also have other abilities where they have dashing abilities to catch up with the hiders, and then you could deal damage to them. Then you also have those, depending on who you play with, you could also summon other NPCs that will help you to find the seekers. Cause like an example I could give is like with Frieza, you could summon the Ginyu Force or a portion of the Ginyu Force to help you look for hiders. And then you will also have characters that have the ability to sense if a seeker is nearby. I mean, yeah. No, my bad. As you know, as the guy trying to find the people that are hiding, you have the ability to also locate others by aura, or you could use scouters like Frieza does. But there are, I think, one to two bosses that like can't really do either of that, so you have to run around the map randomly trying to actually find them. And the other thing I forgot to mention, okay, we're going back to the hiders. The way for you to win, okay, so before I get to that, sorry. So as the seekers, in order for you to fully win the game, you have to try to capture as many people as possible and defeat them before they actually get to like escape from you. And well, that's pretty much about it. There's some other power boost in the game that works for both teams, which is the Dragon Ball. So for both teams, both the hiders and seekers, by collecting all 7 Dragon Balls, you could summon Shenron, and you can gain a type of specific power boost depending on your choices. You mostly have, I think, about 3 choices, and you need to choose one of them, or 2 choices. I forgot because I haven't played so long. And then those choices could give you an advantage in battle or not. So yeah. Now, going back to the hiders, your way to actually win the game itself, you have to defeat the seeker in battle by lowering his or her HP down to 0. If you do that, it will show a cutscene of you and your teammates performing their ultimate move, where you pretty much just defeat the enemy and they disappear. Now, the other way for you to win is by collecting these keys, because in the game there are these keys where you can pick them up and you have to place them at a specific spot. You don't know where to place them. If you see like a beam of light around the map, go to there and place the key down. I forgot exactly how much placement you need to place your key, but I think it's about 4, I think, or like 5, 6. Okay, so I think it's depending on how much of the map is left. Like I said before, when I was talking about when you play as a seeker, you can destroy a portion of the map. So let's say there are like 5 portions of the map in total. Okay, the seeker could destroy 1, leaving you, the hider, with 4 placements, or like 4 pieces of the map left. In those 4 pieces, you have to place all your keys down there, and then after that, it'll show like a cutscene. Well, not really a cutscene, but for that, once you place all the keys around the map, you get to activate a time machine, and you have to hold E, because that's played on PC. I don't really know what the other button is, but you pretty much have to escape from the enemy by using the time machine. There's going to be a specific amount of time that is needed to escape, so you have to survive an extra 5 to 6 seconds. If you do that, boom, you win the match. Game over. Okay. And then if you can't make it, then you're gonna either have to go to plan B, which is to somehow summon another time machine, because you could summon multiple time machines in the game. But if you fail to summon a time machine, then you're gonna have to resort to your final option, which is to defeat the boss himself and win the game. So that's pretty much the premise of what you do as a hider and then what you do as a seeker. That's the main point of the game. See, the idea does sound fun, but the way they've been executing the game itself has just been horrible, okay? Now, for this part, I'm going to start digging down more deeper into what made the game bad, okay? So, one of the things that made the game bad was that well, this can be out of order, but, this is all that made the game the way it is now. One of the things that they did, I remember correctly, I saw online, it said that they had done a region lock. Though, what that specifically means as a region lock is depending on what region you put in your settings, you're stuck to that specific region. Why is that a bad thing? Well, because depending on what region you're at, there could be a specific amount of people that will be online. So let's say if you're like in Australia, for example, and there's only 3 people to play with, your chances of finding a game or a match is going to take so damn long, okay? Because there's very little people playing there. It could take minutes, hours, heck, it could even take around 15 hours, 20, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, because that's one of the bad things that they decided to do. I don't understand why they did it, but it is fucking stupid. Like, it really is stupid. Because that screws up your player base, alright? It's going to make it harder for people to even enjoy your game, and they're stuck in the lobbies for hours and hours and hours, and they're not getting anything. Now, the other thing that I also do want to add, okay, or the other thing that made the game bad itself was the characters themselves. Like not the hiders, but the seekers. They made some of these seekers way too OP by giving them way too overpowered abilities that would easily help them win a match in less than like 5 minutes. That's how bad it is, okay? Like they didn't even bother testing on it. They just created it and then they only tested it maybe like once and then they were like, all right, let's send them out. That was one of the other bad things that screwed the game over. And then I believe this is the number one reason for me. The number one reason. Okay. This other reason. The main other reason why I think, well, in my opinion, that the game just went so damn bad was the reward systems of how they've been, handing out rewards to their players. So for social media campaigns, they would sometimes have these campaigns where they say, oh, if you get a specific amount of retweets, or oh, if you get a specific amount of likes, you will be getting these type of rewards. So one of the issues with it is that the reward system itself was really, really, really bad. Dude, they would barely give you enough. Hold on 1 second. So for the reward system, they would only give you like useless stuff like zennies, because you can't really do much with zennies, and every time a new character was to release, well, you couldn't really get it because, well, you would have to waste. I think it's called TP. That's what the Coinbase is called, to like summon for the characters. I think that's how. If I'm not mistaken, I'll probably put a photo up here to like show exactly what the item that you're supposed to use to summon on was. And this game was like incredibly greedy as fuck, alright? Like, bro, the reward system was so bad, dude. Most people had so much zenny, they wouldn't even know what to do with it because there's barely anything to waste it on. And on top of that, they also had something called, I think, Dragon Souls, if I'm not mistaken. What those are, I believe, is you had to collect a certain amount to unlock new moves for your characters to use. And well, at this point of the game, or like let's pretend, or give an example, like the present time, for anyone that's still playing right now, they've had everything unlocked, and well, the games themselves, they just refuse to, or the developers, they refuse to like make any new contents, okay? And then that's like one of the other problems is, oh man, the contents are like boring. Like they're only released like one raider and then like maybe two seekers. And the problem with the one raider is you, even if you do buy it, your chances of playing as them is so damn low because everyone wants to fucking play with it. It's like 1 in like 50. Like that's really bad. So yeah, and I guess a few things I do want to say for this video. One thing I don't understand, okay, I really don't understand this. Because here's the thing, I checked the date earlier, and the game was released around 2022 on October, and at this point in time, in the present time now, it's been specifically about, I guess, a bit under 4 years now. Uh, about what we're gonna need like 4 extra years, and then it's about 4 years. No, not 4 years. My bad. We're gonna need 4 extra months, and then it becomes their 4 year anniversary. This game has been running for about 3 years and a couple of months. I don't understand how it's even possible because at this point, this game should be fucking dead. They're losing player counts and they don't give a shit about their player base. That's how bad it is. How is this game still alive? I do not understand it. I don't think anyone else understands it. And to be honest, dude, wasting your money on these gacha games like Dragon Ball The Breakers, it is not even worth it. There's barely any new content. And yeah, one thing I am disappointed about though is because the concept for the game, they really had it like a 100%. It's really such a good ass concept to play hide and seek, but for Dragon Ball fans. But bro, they just decided to go and fuck it up. I don't even know why. Like they were like, yeah, no, we don't care about this. We're just gonna add whatever because we know you guys would just buy it. We're gonna drain this game down to its very core. Like, why is the game still alive? I don't understand it. Nobody even plays it anymore, or barely anyone does. I think it's like 400 people. Like, come on, you guys haven't had anything good in these past few years. Because I do remember seeing online that the and second anniversary of the game used to be like really good. Like they really added stuff and listened to the player base. But after that, it completely died off. Like they don't care about the players base anymore after like the second anniversary, I think. So why is this game still alive? I don't understand it. It's so bad. Like, bro. Holy shit. There's nothing new about the game, so like how, like who's giving them the funds? That's what I'm curious about. So like, yeah. Oh boy, I mean, I guess that's all I gotta say for this video. For this game, if you do want to play Dragon Ball Breakers, just get it at a discount, dude. It's gonna be like $3 at best, $1. So, yeah, I don't think this game's ever gonna get like changed to something better. I don't even think it can be because it might be too late now. So yeah, like and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Later.